It's time to roll, time to slay, time to loot. Grab your dice, ready up, let's go!
Previously, on the Chronicles of Celestria, the fires of the vault burned hotter as the party pressed deeper into the forge. Judge returned from the Chamber of Sparks whole, his body humming, his mind intact, though the truth of who he once was lingered unspoken. Gamma, a shattered soul, a past too heavy to face while the forge still waited before them. In the depths, ingenuity triumphed where force could not, with lightning drawn from the lock by Judge's hammer, Tarandor, the might of Fulgurus. The sigil of air was revealed, and the path forward opened at last. The vault's final trial awaited the party. Within a vast chamber of lava and flame, the doors sealed shut, and from the forge itself rose the elemental convergence sentinel, a large construct of fire and stone, demanding proof of their worthiness. The battle was brutal. Allies fell. The forge roared, and in the end, it was illusion and clever thinking that quenched the flames, as Elirr's conjured waters brought the sentinel crashing down. And in the end, from the anvil's heart, the party claimed the Emberstone, a relic of fire, and the sigil of flame. Now, with all four sigils united, the vault yielded its true hoard: Titan-forged relics, ancient knowledge, and a blood-stained tome, once belonging to that of Thoric Lavamental III, a keeper of balance, known now to be slain long ago by none other than Gamma's hand. As the forge fell silent, Ashira called out to Glacia, offering everything moments before the final blow was struck. And when the dust settled, Zelentrus stepped into the stone itself, holding his breath, vanishing as its light flared with trapped voices. The vault stands before them, looted, and Zel remains within the stone. The cost of victory has yet to be paid. This is episode 28 of the Chronicles of Celestria, Embers of Anarchy. Between the episodes, I asked you all to let me know what you would like to do with the funds you have now acquired as you filled a single bag, your bag of holding, with a ton of gold, gems, art, etc. from within the vault. Judge collected the item of the sword. You've also picked up the tome, I imagine, and this Emberstone, of course, as well. What errands and shopping you wish to partake in, you told me between sessions, and you've all divvied out the riches that you could collect into a single bag, which was then used to purchase items. However, I will announce what was purchased later on in the video as we begin, firstly, where we left off. Ashira, as you watched the others pile into the vault, you heard behind you a gasp as, standing where Zel was, you just hear a stone clatter to the ground. It's his stone. The stone that you kicked off him previously when the Shade Mastiffs were absorbed on the bridge at the beginning of Ignitia. You've watched it somehow take his essence, perhaps, as you just see the remainder of his form shimmer and with a purple glow disappear towards the stone. It rocks from side to side on the ground 3 times and then remains still. What you notice is that the runes on it, from this distance that you're at now, you can see shining purple, green, before going completely solid black. What do you do?
Del? she would walk over and pick up the stone.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I can touch it. Sorry, that's my phone notifying me.
As you go to pick it up, you see that it is quite hot to the touch. And it appears to be just completely black. All the sigils are still there, they're etched on, but they're not glowing like they were from the distance that you were just at.
Yeah, so I have it.
Mm-hmm.
Zel, can you hear me? Are you in there? Guys, is Zel with you? As I shout that out to the rest.
Who?
You know Zel, the guy that we travel with?
Oh, no!
No, just us.
Fuck. I put the stone in my pocket and rush over to these guys.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't want to ruin the moment. I know that you all have a lot of gold here, but I think Zel is in the stone.
How is he in stone?
You tell me, smarty pants.
Can we do an Arcana check or something? Figure out, is he actually in the stone?
Do you want to do an Arcana check on the stone?
I would like to.
Yeah, if you would like to investigate it, I can have an Arcana check from you to see what you sort of feel coming from the stone. 26. This stone appears to be... Ooh, with a 26, you can feel there's a tremendous amount of arcana coming from it, like arcane magic. 26. With a 26, it feels like you would recognize this as being maybe illusion magics. And what you also would feel with a 26 is a radiant energy. A tremendous radiant energy.
Okay. Zel, are you in there? There's no response.
There's no response.
It seems like it's brimming with energy, but I guess he's in there. If you say he just popped away.
Well, I wasn't really looking at him, but like I sort of in the corner of my eye, I saw his silhouette sort of disappear, and then the stone fell to the floor. And well, he's not in the room with us, so he must be in the stone, right?
Well, there is pocket dimensions, so could
maybe
be.
he just left. I don't know. Too scary.
Nah.
That man tampers with foul magic a bit too much.
Well, if he did leave...
Let's pocket it and hope he comes out and hope he doesn't rip your pocket apart while doing so.
We have found
Yeah, you're right.
many other gemstones, and we've put them in the bag of holding. Why not put his in there as well?
What if we accidentally sell it?
But what if he comes out when he's in the back?
I'm sure there would be nothing wrong with putting a pocket dimension inside of a pocket dimension, no?
I
Just
don't
put it
think
in.
that's- No.
I don't trust that. That something seems fishy about that statement, and I don't like
No, it'd be fine. Look, I
I
go to
don't
reach for the stone.
I do recall
No,
some
thank you,
experience.
Diego.
I do recall some
well, I have
experience with the Druids where they divided stuff by 0, and then shit happened. Maybe something like that.
Yeah. Keep
Oh,
it
but-
safe. Just keep it safe.
Instead, I'll just put this massive painting, and I start rolling some painting up and shoving it in the bag.
While they're all getting the loot, I would like to go down to the construct that we just defeated. And I would like to see if I can take a piece of it. Like I want to
Sure.
either bang its head off or
It
something.
appears
like,
to be... so the body, what remains of the body looks like stone more than anything else.
Yeah.
That's about all you see is boulders, stones, maybe some chipped stone because you've been smacking away at it. Do you try and take it apart with you?
I'm gonna try the head especially. I mean, it looks cool. I want to see if I can take it.
It's hard to tell what the head is, as it's basically this clump of boulders smoldering. However, after looking at it, you notice what looks like almost like a horn or something from the head that what was the head, and it's completely made out of stone. Do you take part of that with you?
Yeah, whatever piece I can grab.
Sure. Can I have you roll a strength check for me, please?
A strength check.
Yes.
Can it be
please.
athletics or just strength?
Well, basically, I want you to break off a piece of the stone. So, if you tell me how you're doing
hammer,
this,
then?
yeah, you can use your hammer.
I'm gonna just whack it down.
Let's see how much damage you do.
We'll two-handed.
Okay, yeah, you definitely hit.
That's 10. I can roll twice now as my damage with my feet. So 12 actually.
12 damage. Yes, as you break off a chunk. It's about 7 pounds heavy, but the stone that came off it. So if you want to carry that with you, you can do so. It's not necessarily that large, but it's very heavy, very dense stone. So it's quite heavy to hold. But yeah, you take that with you, sure. The rest of you, as Judge has gone out to dismantle this, are you busy talking about anything? Are you doing anything?
Do you really think we can keep all this? We're rich.
I specifically said to him what we could carry in one bag. He doesn't know the size of our bag.
Well,
should we lie to him about?
No.
You know.
Well, we just tell him there was gold, and we tell him we found these things. We give him this maybe little stone to fire start stuff, and tell him the little signatures on the doors after we solved riddles. Probably lots of lovely family value for that.
Well, I was wondering, do we take the tablets with us? The ones that open this door?
The wall.
They're like in the wall, no?
Oh, they're like stuck in there now, are they?
I think when we put them in, they like went in.
Yeah,
they clumped in.
Well, it's a bad vault if you can't close it back up, isn't it? Bad design.
Like shouldn't like the front door lock up too?
I'm sure there's a way to lock the vault door, but if we were to take the
treasure
tablets,
door, I mean, you know.
They couldn't get in.
I mean, why would they even close it back up? I mean, there's nothing of value left.
Well, there's 7,000 silver pieces we're not taking because we can't carry those.
See, there's a little...
Fair.
Is anyone taking that creepy-looking book over there?
I picked it up. It's a keeper balance tome. Important.
Okay, well, you can add that to your collection of other creepy books then.
Well, yeah, it's in there. They're not creepy, that small. They just bite, and it's fine. I hope this one doesn't bite.
Well, last time we checked, books don't bite, Elirr. So, if this one does, then that's on you.
Well, it's ancient magic. They need to be protected. It's fine. It's fine.
Ashira.
Can I check the book if it has any like similar property to my book?
You're talking about the tome, the bloodstained tome.
Does it have teeth?
You can definitely. Tell me exactly how you're doing this.
Well, I would like to look at both books.
Okay.
And kind of the energy that they give off or something. I mean, obviously my growler thing is having some kind of magical enchantment, right? Mm-hmm. So this book, is it similar? Is it also protected by magic or something?
Yeah, as you look at it, so your book, it sort of growls and grumbles at you. You can see that it occasionally shuffles from side to side, and you can feel energy coming from it, and like arcane energy. You're very much familiar with it. With the other book, it appears lifeless. What remains is there is a trace of arcane energy on it, celestial energy on it, something radiant about it, but it's very faint.
Okay. And you said there's like a hole in the front of the cover or something? Like,
There is a hole for what looks like something that's been almost ripped out of it. It looks like there was either a gemstone or a... Yeah, it's hard to make out exactly what
would
would've
I be
been
able to investigate the hole, I guess?
Sure.
With Arcana or investigation? I don't know what
Yeah.
you want.
Well, the arcane magic you would have felt coming from the whole book as a whole, including that area. But if you want to do an investigation check to see what you think might have been there.
15?
Yeah, with a 15, you feel like it was a strong gem, and possibly the focus for this magical energy was embedded in that location. It was clearly a stone shape.
After my Arcana check on Zeldstone earlier, they're not potentially somewhat related to this book, like the energy it gives or the shape of the
I'm gonna
stone?
say that with a 26 on your investigation on the Arcana from the stone, there's a lot of similarities between what you feel. However, there's a lot more arcane magic coming from the stone, whereas this appears to have equal levels of radiant magic and arcane magic. It was much heavier arcane magic on the stone that Zell was absorbed into. Yeah.
It seems like there is definitely some energy, but it's more lifeless, as if heart was ripped out, but it's still there, but not there.
Ashira, as he says this, with a passive perception of 17, you feel like something is touching your side, like trying to get into where you put the stone.
Okay,
Almost like a
I need
handprint.
to say this to you because I think we got this last week and I've realized. My passive perception is a 15, my passive insight is a 17.
Right, okay. Regardless, you feel the hand on you. With a 15, you'd still feel it. It's a small handprint. Yeah. Like, almost like pressure of a handprint reaching around on the spot where you put the stone.
Flick it off. The touch.
Okay, cool. Yeah. You don't feel anything. You felt like you felt something, but you don't anymore.
What are you doing, Ashira?
I don't know. It's like something's touching me.
Touching you. Can we notice anything around it?
Can I have a perception check, please? From everybody.
15.
Everyone?
Anybody who wants to look.
Oh.
I can see it because you whispered it, but 24 from Ashira.
Yeah.
A 15 from Elirr, a 15 from Diego, an 8 from Mirabelle, and a 7 from Sylas. Ashira, with a 24, you, when you swiped away, you felt the air as if something moved its arm away. And as you look to your left, you see that there's a very faint, almost like movement in a direction that's about like maybe knee height next to you.
I take my knee height.
Yeah. Like maybe between your knee and your, I guess you're 5'3", so probably about your waist height.
Okay. There's a little child trying to touch me, but he's invisible.
As you say,
Can you look?
As you say this, he's invisible. Yeah. You see that a small little creature appears. Sorry, madam. Name's Gorgath. You have stone. You have the stone. Gorgath means no disrespect. Gorgath is here to help. Master Zell.
What are we looking at here?
Is he visible? Or is
You
he still
see,
invisible?
you see. Can you not see him on the map?
Well, yeah, but
Yes, you
Oh,
see,
yeah, like-
he
I
drops
can
his
see him,
invisibility. He drops his invisibility, and in this moment, you see this appears. What appears is a small, demonic-looking creature with scales and horns, with very sharp, long claws, and black eyes that are almost inky, reflecting the gold coins.
Diego would squeal like a little girl
Mhm.
and immediately swing the mandolin towards the creature.
Okay, yep.
Because it's right next to him, right?
Yes,
So
it
he
is
would just be
literally
like,
next to you, and it's
"Ah!" And
about
then just swing.
your waist height. Yep.
Yeah, I imagine the mandolin would go over the top of the head because I'm just not prepared for it being so short. But
Okay.
I'm just like swinging the mandolin.
Do you want to roll to
around.
hit just in case?
Sure, why
Yeah.
not?
Let's see if you, in this moment, if you hit the.
I'd say Shillelagh's dropped at this point.
It would be, yes. It's just a flat roll with your mandolin.
This one. 15.
Hits as you hit him square across the jaw.
1 point of damage.
Oh! Ow! You're not very
Um,
friendly.
Who are you?
Gorgath!
What the fuck is this?
What are you? Where you come?
Gorgath the Quasit. I am here to help the stone. Zel is my master. No?
Look, little
cast Shillelagh.
Gorgath. Do you cast it or do you have to like swing? I don't know.
I don't swing. I just cast it so it's ready. The vines wrap around the mandolin.
Okay. Do you care to explain where he's gone then, perhaps, before my friend here is going to bust you one again? I point at Diego.
No, don't hit again. Gorgath simply wants to help. Zelentrus in the stone. Master Zelentrus in the stone. Mm-hmm.
Is this one of those cult things again?
Cult things?
Can I like? Elirr is kind of stepping around the creature, trying to inspect it. Can I like figure out where he came from, or like if he's conjured or something? Since Zel
you
did undergo change
can.
before.
How are you trying to do this?
I don't know. Just kind of
Are you
look
just
at him, like
investigating him? Okay, let's have an investigation check.
looking at him. Yeah. Since he said he is his
Investigation check.
master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have a
What kind of relation there might be?
Investigation. Yeah, with a 10, you can see he appears to be sort of demonic. How this might relate to Zel, you're not sure. He's obviously maybe a fiend or a demon.
All I know is the last time we made a deal with a creepy little guy, it tried to get something to eat us. And I'm just holding the mandolin between me and it.
Gorgath just wants to help the stone.
Well, if you want to help the stone and help Zel, why are you not in the stone?
Zel took my place in the stone. Can't have everyone inside at the same time.
Who is everyone?
Oh,
Gorgath must not speak on the stone.
Speak or I swing.
Don't swing! Don't swing! No!
Then speak.
No! No! Master would not want me to do so. No. Zelentrus is new master of stone.
But we
Gorgath.
are friends of Zelentrus.
You are friend of Zelentrus. I am friend of Zelentrus also. We are
So?
friends.
Friends share information.
Mm.
Zel disappeared and we are concerned.
Can I insight the fact that he said that he is friends with him?
Yep.
When a minute ago he just said he was his master.
Yes, absolutely. Please
Okay.
roll insight.
A 10.
He appears to at least share, with a 10, he appears to at least share positive feelings towards Zelentrus. Whether he considers him a friend or not, maybe he doesn't quite know what he means with friend, but you can't quite read it.
Okay. The way that we tell if you are telling the truth or not is you tell me something only we would know about Zelentrus.
Zelentrus? In the stone? Many voices in stone.
Like who? Because Zelentrus has told us, you see.
If you want to prove that you're friends, or that you came from Stone,
Master Zel calls her Aslara and calls Seraphine.
And that's all of the people in this stone.
People.
Things. Voices.
beings,
Noises. Sounds.
Oh, lots of sounds. Lots of sounds in the stone. Too many voices. Maybe others.
That checks out. Okay. I lower the mandolin and the vines dissipate.
He sort of touches his jaw where you smacked him earlier. Gorgath can hold stone.
Why don't
If
no?
if wanted.
You are not
No.
going to hold the stone, and why don't you go back in the stone and give us back Zel? Since there's only space
Master
for all of you,
Zelentrus,
right?
Master Zelentrus chose to go in stone. I cannot go in when Master Zelentrus is in stone.
So we are stuck babysitting you now.
Oh, no. You were invisible a moment ago. Go back invisible and we'll pretend you're not here.
I
no,
can.
Glatter, don't.
Gorgath
no.
can. Gorgath can go invisible.
If we are walking around with this little demon thing, people will start
don't
asking
we-
questions.
He looks to
But
you,
don't we
Ashira,
want
as he
him
says this. As Diego says this demon thing, he looks at you. He locks eyes with you.
Why are you looking at
blinks.
He's
her?
not talking about me.
She's
Suit
not a
yourself.
demon.
Okay. Gorgath is the Quasit. Quasit just wants to help.
Well,
Can
this
you-
Quasit is not going to hold the stone, and she takes it out of her pocket and puts it between her bosom.
Ca-
Try stealing that without me noticing.
Can you, I don't know, climb on one of us and just go invisible so we know where you are?
Gorgath can. Gorgath can
I would like
also.
to-
Yeah, go on.
I'd like to just walk in now, seeing this thing, and
Meanwhile-
I've been listening to the conversation a little bit. I'm just gonna walk up and try to grapple him. All right, are we ready to go now? Can we
Yeah.
leave? And I'm gonna try to grapple him, just carry him with me,
He
like just put him in like a.
he
hold.
doesn't resist. He just sort of gets grabbed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just put him in a hold. All right, are we good now? He ain't getting out of this grip. We can at least get out of here. We can question him later.
Gorgath.
Right.
Sounds good.
Do we have everything?
Oh,
We
what
go?
about this stone? And I pick up another, like, random gem that I've just found. It's shiny. Open the bag.
Well, you got pockets.
No.
If it fits,
If we
it
have
fits, right?
anything in our pockets, we have broken our deal. In the bag.
Fine. If you,
Does
if
this
you
fit
have-
you guys? You guys were talking, so I just keep on. Do we have space left?
This. I just, like, hold open the bag with Mirabelle. It's like, put it in.
Well, just fill it up. Don't let it rip through.
You just hear like the clunk of things falling in there.
Yeah, you guys just pack it full of gold and gemstones, etc. Judge, as you're holding Gorgath, the Quasit,
Yeah.
he sort of is blinking at you. It's very eerie. It's like one eye after the other, and it's sort of almost like an eyelid just sort of comes down over, almost like a chameleon, where you've got a second eyelid going across as well. And he blinks one time at a time, looking at you, one eye at a time. Gorgath can also shapeshift if wanted. Maybe less conspicuous.
Can you like look like something that the people up there in the city ain't gonna
Like
just
a mouse.
immediately point weapons at you? Or a cat, or a dog, something
Oh, a
simple.
cat.
Gorgath knows just the thing, and he shapeshifts himself into a toad. As you see,
That's-
he is now in your hand, Judge, or on top of your hand, as you just see this toad
Yeah.
form. As,
Ew.
I need to just
Oh.
a few issues.
That's a big toad.
Yes, I don't know why it's so big or where it went to.
Why are you in the walls?
it's kind of up here in
Now.
the pot.
Yeah.
Yes, bear with me.
That's bigger than you, Judge. Good luck.
So yeah, you have a toad. There you go. And that is the Quasit who now disappears.
I'll just look at him, and I'm still holding on to it. Look, until we get back somewhere where no one's gonna... We're still in a place I don't think we should be just questioning everything. For now, just keep your mouth quiet. If you have anything to say, wait till we get back. Okay, yep, that's fine.
What time is it by now? Surely we've been in there for a while.
It's now, at this stage in the day, you've been here for a couple of hours. Bearing in mind you got here in the morning, it's at least past midday, as you've been in here for hours of this day. You've had to do comprehend languages at least 2 or 3 times as well. So bearing that in mind, plus you had 10 minutes beforehand for the ritual, I'm going to say it's probably about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You wouldn't necessarily know that, but that's about the time it is. Yeah. As you're in a dungeon, you wouldn't be able to see like what the sun's doing, for example. But yeah, it's been a couple of hours. What do you guys do?
Well, guys, I assume that the king is waiting for us, twiddling his thumbs to see what we come back out with.
Okay. So you guys leave?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I think we wanted to speak to Ollivander too, so maybe we go to that.
Right. I will say, for the sake of brevity, that you guys spend probably about half an hour walking back through. You notice that all the doors are open, apart from the Chamber of Sparks, which looks like it's sealed up once again. As you guys walk all the way through, you come out to the main door, and as you step out of the main doors out of the vault, the 6 of you, with Gorgath the Toad, stand once again on the bridge gates of Lavacrest. As you step out of the vault, the Iron Sworn guards turn to you to welcome you back, and as the final one of you steps one step outside the door, you feel the doors close behind you as a glow emanates down the center line of the 2 doors as it reseals itself. It looks as though the metal plates have once again combined and molded together. You return to us, as you see Carlo, the dwarf who was left standing there earlier in the day, steps forward to you all. King Lavamantle wishes to speak to you. Suppose ye should head back to the throne room and speak with him.
Of course, that's where we'll go. Intended to go.
I noticed there's one less of you. What did you encounter in there, if you don't mind me asking?
Death.
You've left one behind.
Carlo, I appreciate that you want to know what's going on, but maybe don't ask questions like that.
He just turned into a toad for a little while. We had he's just a little toad. That's it. Yeah. He's just a toad. He'll be back to normal tomorrow. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. Some of my spells misfired, and then now he's toad for 24 hours.
Right.
Don't worry, our group has a history of misfiring spells.
I feared the worst for you. I was really worried. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Also, he can only come back from a kiss from a dwarf. Are you willing to do so?
Yeah, you want to kiss him?
True
really
love.
want to
Come on, Carlo.
Can I have a persuasion check from you, please, Diego?
Kind of system to give him advantage. Kind of system.
I'm not gonna say
28.
Yeah.
Not 20, 28.
Yeah, 28. 28. Judge, you
If
hold
do
out
not
the
do this, he
stone.
will die.
You hold up the toad. I suppose it's the least I could do.
Yeah. Come on, get in there. Good smooch.
And you just hear
good.
And then rabbit. Ugh.
Oh, it didn't work. Oh no, it must be.
You must not be his
true,
type.
true love we need.
Yeah, you must not be his type. I'm sorry, friend.
No, I'm sorry I couldn't help you. God, what?
Did you get tongue in there? I've heard putting a little bit of tongue really helps.
I
It
think
helps.
I've done my part. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, all right.
Yes, you're right. Tig.
yeah. Hey, next one. Line up. Put a
Come
little
on,
tongue
guys,
in
leave
there.
him,
You
leave
can't
him
be
alone.
serious. Are you serious?
Pucker up. Come on, let's go.
Oh,
We haven't got all day.
Persuasion check, please. As
I swear to
Tig
God.
steps forward.
Oh, 12.
There's no way I'm getting in there, especially after Carlo's done it. There's no chance. Better off with one of the dwarves down at the hotspot. I've heard that that's a good place to meet a few more
really?
willing folks.
Perhaps David?
David? I don't know what David is. The king wants to speak with you. If you'd like, you can make your way there. There's a lot of discussions going around about the new changes. We're trying to keep the calm at the moment as Emberforge and what's happening with himself. We don't want the news to spread too far. However, rumours are beginning to spread about the city. Just so you're aware. Right. Would you like us to join you? Or are you capable of finding your own way there?
We'll be fine.
Alright. Perfect. Well, please be on your way, and I hope that the vault gave you the answers you were after. As you all look a little bit, dishevelled, for lack of a better term. Please excuse me. Not yourself, sir. You're looking handsome as always.
Thank you.
Yes.
I know.
Right. As he steps back, do you guys head on down to the throne room?
Yeah, I think as we go, I just give a high five to Diego.
Hook, line, and sinker. I got that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. I like that one.
Let's see if we can do it to the king. Actually, no, we better not.
Nah, that's probably inappropriate.
So, what I'm going to do here is, instead of taking you onto another map, this next section will be Theatre of the Mind. As you guys step into the Iron Council chambers, having walked down across this long bridge, across the lava below, you notice that there are some crowds around in this sort of central area here, talking to what look to be Ironsworn members, maybe talking to the public. And there's Ironsworn guards on either side, almost like in a line to the council chambers, where you guys begin to walk down towards it. They sort of stand aside to let you through. As you guys step up the stairs here and into the marble area, through sort of the corridors, as you're heading towards where the throne room is, you see that King Lavamantle and Myrtle are standing in sort of the main area just before you go in, sort of like almost like the main hallway. And as you come in, they both look to you. Oh, welcome back. It's good to see you all alive and well. I notice you're one short. Is Zelentrus joining you, or?
I hold up the toad.
Oh, right. Zelentrus, it's a new look for you. Alright, so myself and Myrtle, we've been talking. I've done a little bit of research in my time whilst you've been there in the Vault of the Forge. I don't know if you found anything that might be worth talking about.
I think we did. We found a few things that, you might want to look over before we abscond with them.
Of course, and I'd appreciate the chance to do so. Before you go in here, as he gestures to the room to his left, there's this big open door. I should let you know, Ollivander has been doing the funeral rites for Emberforge. He was once, of course, a sitting member of the council, and as such, he is entitled, under my rule and that of the council and the city, a burial here in the cathedral, within the council of the Iron Chambers. I I wanted to let you know that whilst you guys have been there, and whilst I've had the Ironsworn leading the charge, at least with the people of the city, whilst I get my orders and business replacing council members, I wanted to let you know that I've done a little bit of research into the chambers of Dorian. And I've also looked and spoken to our contacts regarding the forged documents that you found and the trade routes that were being used. And I can confirm that it is indeed the case. I've taken the liberty of looking into the claims and can confirm that the trade routes from Ignicia to Stonehaven were compromised. It appears even part of the coalition may be involved in some manner or degree. I hate to say it, but it could be that Talon influence. It suggests that someone high up is pulling strings in Stonehaven. I don't want to say this in front of Ollivander, as his mother is on the council. However, the council should be the ones to decide how to investigate this matter further. We've managed to get our kingdom back in order, at least we're starting to do so, thanks in part to yourselves. However, Stonehaven has many leaders, a council all with equal power, and the Stone Chancellor who sits atop that as a democratic leader. I trust her and her alone. I would recommend that we send word to them. Ollivander's due to go. However, I don't... He winces here. As you see, there's a look of a grimace on his face. I trust him. I always have done. But my allegiance has betrayed me before. Dorian was actually my uncle. Less by blood, more by, well, weddings. Lots of them in Dwarven society. I would recommend that we support the council in Stonehaven. I know that you, at least, must be from there, as he looks to you, Diego. Being a human, or maybe at least from Terra Mora. I don't know if any of the rest of you is, but...
Born and raised.
Yourself then, Mirabelle, as well. All I will say, Stonehaven is the largest city on the entirety of the continent of Veridstra. If Stonehaven fractures, Ignicia, Verdantara, they all follow. So, there's definitely a lot to be answered over there. Stonehaven will have questions. I'm willing to send a delegation from here to there. Ollivander will be going anyways. But perhaps it'd be better to come from your own mouths. If you're open to it. I know you've just come out of the vault. I'm not looking for any promises at this stage. I'm simply saying that if anybody has been working with or seen anything against Talon, and if there's anybody I can trust to stand against them, it's yourselves. Now, Myrtle here has informed me that she will be joining me on the council, so I'm glad to have her. And she's also agreed to give you access to some of her discounted wares, including some connections within the magical districts as well. So you'll be able to get the friend and family discount of the city, so to speak. Obviously, we'll discuss what you encountered in the forge. However, or in the vault, rather, I should say. However, perhaps, if you're ready, it might be worth asking these questions for Emberforge. Ollivander can explain how it works. It's magics that I don't quite understand myself. But if it helps us get the answers we're looking for, might be worth asking.
A small question for you, Your Majesty.
Please.
What do you know about? What do you know about the Ladies of Love? Completely unrelated, but
Ladies of Love.
might be interesting to hear what your opinion is of them.
Well, the Ladies of Love are they're a very nice, for lack of a better word, they're very noble ladies. They're essentially, my understanding is that the noble families of Stonehaven and many of the others, but especially amongst the elite of Stonehaven, many of the ladies who are married to the noble gentlemen of their noble families in Stonehaven, they call themselves collectively the Ladies of Love. Why, I don't know. They are known for doing some charitable work as well, so maybe that's why the name came about. I'm not sure. They're very nice smelling. I know that Ollivander's mother used to be one, or adopted mother used to be one before she joined the council many years ago. I think that's about all I know about them, to be honest with you.
Merci. It explains why I smelled the Ladies of Love on Ollivander. Gilded Resolve number 7, a perfume I recognize very, very well.
I
was just wondering something.
He definitely got his manners from his mother. His father's a bit more loud, I'd say.
Who is the father, if you might ask?
His mother is Elara Feathercast. She's on the council, and his adopted father is that of Colonel Brooks, which is where he gets his last name. They split many years ago, but not after. Well, not before he finished his time at the Luminous Layer Academy.
All right.
Is there anything else I can do with you, or for you, or are you ready for these inductions?
Well, you suggested we go to Stonehaven on behalf of sharing this information with the right people. But I can't stop thinking about that, we were led here for a reason, and it was because we were on Talon's tail, yet I haven't seen a single Talon member, outside of the prison. I feel like there's got to be more going on than just them being in the prison.
There was 2 defending the Dorian.
Yeah, okay. So, by extension, Dorian. But is that it? Is there no more of them? Is there not a hideout? Is there nothing you found regarding that?
The Iron Swarm
why would they
are working to weed out any of the followers that we can find. We've heard that en masse we saw some people leaving this morning. It's just as well you mentioned it. Quite a few people left during the night yesterday, and I hadn't had the chance to set up warrants at the guarding posts of the gates. They may still be on the road in Ignicia. Where they're heading, I don't know. It's impossible to track who's with them, who's not, when they're not wearing their red robes that they wear. We do know that we've seen a massive influx of predominantly humans, no offense meant, in the last couple of years. And last night, quite a few families also left the city. It could well be that, I don't want to jump to conclusions. It's not my place to put judgments on people, especially the common citizens of the world. I purely as an observer have heard that there's many people leaving the city, perhaps sympathizers of Emberforge.
Well, no, it is good to know, because perhaps we'd be losing time searching around Lava Crest looking for them.
I
If
have
they've
got
already
it
left.
on good authority that the Ironsworn, led by Myrtle, as of today, will be doing proper checks throughout the city. We intend to not leave a single stone unturned, so leave it with us. It's under my watch now.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
Anything else from anybody, or?
I have one little question.
Aye.
If you could ask Dorian anything, what would you ask?
If I could ask him... Besides, why?
Is there anything you could trust in him?
Any trust I did have is long gone. If I could ask him anything, I'd ask him who his contact was in Stonehaven. Or maybe his primary contact in Stonehaven. It would certainly help narrow things down.
That's what I was thinking too, but okay.
Perhaps who he answers to. I don't know. He'll probably just say
Well-
Hildegard, knowing him. Right.
Did he worship Hildegard?
Well, so he said.
Is there any evidence you found in his chambers regarding,
More
connection ties?
documents. More documents. Essentially agreeing.
Any signatures on these documents? Like, is there like a letter at the end, like an O or an A or an X or
Not beyond
anything?
his own handwriting. It was only him signing the letters from our side. The way that the
Why does he
trading
have the
agreements would work
letters?
here is we would send alongside the coalition, which is why I believe they could be involved in some way. The coalition of free cities, beyond security and what have you within the city, also help with trade delegations and interactions between the cities, many of which are international, including locally domestic travel to and from the likes of Stonehaven, and by a larger extent also Verdantara from Lava Crest. Beyond all the fire elementals that you've seen on the surface, there's also all sorts of bandits and thugs which we essentially would pay the coalition for protection for many of the delegations or treasuries that we send out during trade and transport measures. What I've seen and the way it works is we would create a trade delegation letter signed on the letterhead of the sender, which is then signed on the receipt at the point of destination by the reception, the people who would receive it. The problem I've had is we don't have any evidence of it going the other way. I've only been able to see letters from him signing off on trade agreements that were due to be sent this morning. It included the likes of many materials for crafting weaponry, armor, amongst other rare gems and materials directly from our resources and coffers within the Royal Council chambers. He was planning to make our city more bankrupt than it already had been. As it happens, we do have plenty of gemstones in the lava, within the volcano here. We also create many wares. There was a particular focus on black steel armor, which is a very rare material here in Lava Crest, used to create very lightweight protective. It's similar to that of plate, but much more lightweight. It's for a long time been something we'd use to arm our finest guards in the city, champions. Knowing now that it's been sent out to the likes of Stonehaven for gold goes against everything.
So my question is, all of these trade agreements that you have found,
Aye.
all link to Stonehaven, not to the likes of Ambrasia or to Sylvanthal or anything along those lines. It's all Stonehaven.
There was one that led to a place in Ambrasia.
Shroudhaven?
Aye, Shroudhaven.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there was one.
And do we know what?
There.
Do we know what exactly was sent there? Was it the same? This black steel. Was it armor, weapons, and gemstones, or was it something else?
Primarily gemstones. But there was also, I believe, black steel with. Yeah, there was a shipment sent there.
But predominantly Stonehaven.
Oh, there was a single shipment sent to Shroudhaven, and many, for the last few months, have been sent to Stonehaven.
Without wanting to draw this out too much, but any particular... You said it's large shipments. Any trade organizations, companies that have benefited largely, that are named
The
most?
Coalition.
The only other signatories on this side of the agreement is the Coalition, who are arranged as the travel protection units. We are a member state, a member city of the Coalition of Free Cities. We do have a guild hall. I have spoken with them, and they are looking into it from our side. But most of the leaders of the Coalition, the higher-ups, are based in Stonehaven. The only ones who would stand against them is the Stone Council, the leading party of Stonehaven itself.
I have a very quick question.
Yes.
As out-of-game knowledge.
Yes.
Having worked for the Coalition for quite a few years.
Yes.
And sort of knowing how the inner workings of trade agreements and stuff would work, because I was a bit of a pencil pusher, I think, for some of that time.
You would have been,
sort of combing over agreements and that sort of thing. Does everything that he said sound legitimate? And for a contract as large as this, I imagine someone like a high envoy would have to be involved, because this is like a huge scale operation of deliveries and protection.
Correct. It would have to be a high envoy or higher.
Of
the Coalition, which is basically like saying general or commander of an army. That sort of level seniority, multiple levels higher than you would have been, higher than any of the guardsmen, much higher, would have had to sign off on this.
Do I know roughly, because of the seniority of the Coalition, from when I was there just a couple of years ago, would I know of roughly, I don't need to know all names, but would I know how many people would have had a potential, like, would potentially have been involved in this? For example, high envoys and up. Are we talking like 50 people? Are we talking 20? Like, how many people are in that position that would have had to sign this off?
There is
Sort of trying to narrow down the
There's
search.
about 20 high envoys. And then
Okay.
lesser, the higher the roll goes up. So
Yeah.
smaller numbers of
So
each
we're-
roll above.
So we're probably looking at no more than a potential 50 people, maybe less. That
50
would have
is
had to have had
maximum.
involvement.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
But you don't know the names of them.
No,
Not all
I
of them.
wouldn't.
Yeah. But
One
yes,
last
it all
point.
sounds genuine. Yes, go on. Elirr.
Is there any, letters other than trade agreements that look almost not suspicious, maybe in foreign language you couldn't quite
There
decipher,
was-
or something that might be code? Or...
I was just about to get to it. There is other evidence there relating to Talon. He appears to be in correspondence with somebody who mentions something about a crow and the blade. Now, it was written in code, but I could make out what it was trying to say. The consensus broke down to basically stating the blade was to be found, and something about the crow decrees. The crow speaks, or the speaker of the crow, or something was to be found in Shroudhaven. I don't know. Maybe it was Stonehaven. It was hard to say, but it was basically something about a speaker of the crow from Shroudhaven, perhaps. That was about all I could get from it, to be honest with you. And from what it looks like, he had something to do with a blade, decreeing something from a crow, and also the speaker of the crow from Shroudhaven. So, you have been told that there's only other evidence that he was able to find relating to Talon is a document that basically states something along the lines of finding or locating the blade, a speaker for the crow or of the crow in Shroudhaven, and something about the crow decreeing something, but you don't know what that is. He doesn't know. Even if I was to give you the document at this stage, that's all you would be able to get from it. But that is what you have. I would also, before you did leave the city, I would ask that you do let me know whatever you get up to, if you find anything about Talon or what they could be doing with these funds or this money or this material from my city. If they could be brought to justice, I'd like to know. Alright, we should probably not keep Ollivander waiting any longer. Any other questions before I go in, or are we good to go? No?
Thank you.
All good.
Perfect. Alright. It's just through here as he gestures to the door, and you see that two Ironsworn guards on either side open these two large, they're like incredibly slim looking large doors that open up, and you can just see what looks to be a marble floor that seems to go on and on and on for ages. And then right at the end, there is what looks to be torches on either side, standing on either side, lit around what looks to be a stone, almost like a stone block obsidian stone block. Atop it, you see what's still smoldering could only be Emberforge's body, laid bare on this stone. Kneeling next to it, drawing circles onto the floor in what looks to be chalk, you see Ollivander Brooks. And as you step in, the chamber is, although it's quite large, it is smaller than the council hall. It's got stone walls. It appears to be warded from different sides. You see statues of what could only be previous kings or possibly princes, royals from Stonehaven, or not from Stonehaven, from Lavacrest itself. The dwarven statues laid across this hallway, what looks to be plaques with names only written in Dwarvish. Lit only by low braziers, you see Dorian Emberforge's large-scaled molten body has been cleaned, laid flat upon a slab of this black obsidian basalt stone, and you see that his wounds remain. His face, however, is still. Ollivander stands at the foot of the slab, sleeves rolled back, his hands completely bare, as he looks to you with no spellbook, no arcane flourish, just ritual. He nods once to King Edrin, Lavamantle, and then to all of you. This rite grants but a handful of answers. The dead do not lie. However, they do tend to choose their words carefully. He kneels once again to draw another circle on the floor, and it looks like he's drawing, it's almost like a chalk sigil, etched with precision and care, not haste, as he very carefully draws this out. You see a thin silver thread is drawn across Dorian's brow as he exhales. He begins to start speaking words as he looks to you. It's almost ritualistic, almost cult sounding as he utters these words. Then he speaks his final syllable, and Dorian's eyes snap open. They're dull, empty, and still have that almost like a burning ember beneath them. His jaw lowers as he levitates ever so slightly off the pillar to look at you all. The room grows cold. Ollivander looks to you all, then looks at the door before looking back to you. He puts his hand on his chest. You can tell he's asking whether he should stay or leave in this moment. Do any of you say anything? I will let you know now. The corpse is listening, so choose your words carefully. Do you say anything to Ollivander? Do you gesture for him to leave? Do you care if he stays? He's waiting for you to let him know.
Can I ask if to you as the DM, is the king with us as well in the room?
Lavamantle is standing at the doorway at the moment. There's probably 3 or 4 meters between you and him.
Sure, I will just gesture for him to leave. But to Ollivander.
He bows to you, nods, and heads towards Lavamantle. Lavamantle looks to you all, watches Ollivander leaving, looks to you all. Again, you feel this presence of, should he stay, should he leave? As he steps towards you, do you let him stand with you? It is his castle.
I look around because I don't react.
Yeah, I don't. I'm happy if he wants to be
He
there.
stands quietly to the side and nods to you all. The body is floating. Lavamantle puts up a hand. He mouths the word 5 to you all.
Realizing that now we're in the moment, Diego immediately puts his hand in front of his mouth.
Perfect. What do you guys do? The room grows cold. The only sort of you notice that the candle flame appears to pull towards him slightly on top of these braziers even. What do you do? What do you ask? Who asks?
I think since what we were just told by the king, knowing he has a question, at this point I would nearly expectantly look at him to see if he's gonna ask the question that he has. He is the king after all.
I suppose I should start then.
I point at him and I'm like,
Dorian, who is your primary contact in Stonehaven? You all notice that the limp sort of body turns to him. His lip curls faintly. Not a name you would recognize. A voice that carried authority without banner. They spoke for Stonehaven's interests, not its crown. A pause. You see that he looks directly at Lava Mantle. I never met them. I was never meant to. Lava Mantle looks puzzled. And looks to you all. What do you guys do?
A question to DM.
Yep.
Can we insight him?
I will say you can insight to see whether you believe what he is saying is true. You will struggle to get a read on a dead body. Chances are you will not understand because it's very much transactional. So I'm going to say you can certainly try. It's D&D, you can do whatever you want. Chances are it won't go the way you hope. If you roll a 40, I'll give it to you. Good luck. Sorry. But yes, that's the short and sweet of it. But he looks to you all. Any other things I should... I don't want to say anything. I don't want to...
I slap him.
Relics
slap the king?
has Talon. What relics has Talon already recovered?
He turns... You see the body turns to you, Ashira. There's a smile on his face. Talon have one stone. Not here. There's a brief pause in the air. And knowledge. His lips seal. That is the greater prize.
Sorry, did he just say that Talon have one stone?
The question you asked is what relics has Talon already recovered? He said
but don't we
one
know
stone.
But we know
That's
they
what
have
he
two.
thinks. Yeah, but it's his knowledge, right?
Yeah, it's
Versus
based on what
ours.
he knows, not what the truth is. He probably only knows of the one stone they've taken, which is probably the one here in Lava. I don't think he's gotten word of the one they've taken from Savanthal. He only
but
knows of the...
they've also taken the one from the Argents, right? So then that means
he
they
might
have
not
3
know
stones.
that.
So then that would mean they have 3 stones. Is what I'm implying.
We know that though. We know that they have more stones. He doesn't though. Again, he's not in Talon. He's a work between. They're not going to give him all that information.
I will tell you now.
Yeah.
You asked the question, what relics has Talon already recovered?
Yeah.
The key, I will tell you as DM, that the key is very much related to exactly what he knows regarding the question.
And he said, just so I noticed, he said 1 stone, not here.
1 stone,
And knowledge.
not here, and knowledge. That is the greater prize.
Yeah.
That is what he said.
But then that would sound like they've not found a stone here, right?
Well, Jane, we know they don't have the stone from here.
Yeah, I think it's just interpreted however.
Yeah.
It could be interpreted in multiple ways because he's purposefully being vague.
No, I know you guys said he might have 3 stones. That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be a stone from here if that's
so. The idea is, Jane, we're asking him questions. He's answering. Either he's trying not to tell us everything.
I know,
but
how
he doesn't
works.
know the information.
He might not know.
We're saying that he might not know that Sylvanthal have recently been robbed of a stone. He also might not know that the Argents have been robbed from a stone. We don't know if Erendor even came here. We're presuming he came here. So if he doesn't know those 2 things, then he knows of a 3rd stone, potentially, that they have taken, rather than one of the 2 that we know he's taken.
I understand. All I was saying is that it sounds like it's not a stone, at least from Lava Crest, that they didn't find one here.
Well, yeah, because we know what happened to Lava Crest Stone. We know what happened to that one. Has not been here for years. We learned that in the vault, remember? We knew the one that they had was in Shroudhaven, and that guy got killed. So we know that stone's not here.
I love the theory crafting here. But you have 3 questions remaining. Based on that, and what you have been told, because Judge is right, you have heard that at least the Keeper of Balance of this location, the stone that was in this city, was held by the Keeper of Balance, who was the king, who basically stepped down from the throne. He was slain in Shroudhaven by Gamma, which you guys know. The stone was never explicitly stated whether it was recovered or not. People who would know would be the Keeper of Balance. Probably. Keepers of Balance. And that's if they recovered it. And were there. Anyways, you have 3 questions remaining. What would you like to ask? As the body is still floating, looking around. Anybody?
A gesture to the group if anyone's looking like they want to ask a question.
There's no wrong questions to ask. By not asking...
Well, there are.
By not asking, you're not getting any information.
If your mum and your...
Just ask any of the questions you had in mind. There's no... Yeah. But Elirr
what's Talon's ultimate goal?
The corpse looks to you, Judge. To finish what was interrupted. The embers in his body, his skin, dim, then begin to flare up. Not freedom. Continuation. And with a final word as he looks to you, Judge. God's end. Systems endure.
Um,
I'm happy
Yeah.
with that. Yes, I'm happy with that.
Yeah. My previous self was a member of this group way back when. Would I have, talking to my dad a lot, would I have picked up on maybe connecting a dot? Maybe he said something that may have somewhat have information on stones and stuff. Have I ever seen him looking into stones, researching things like that?
Can I have a history check from you, please?
Okay.
I will say it's an
Yeah.
advantage
Okay.
because you're looking into new information that's
Yikes!
just come in. Wow.
8.
An 8, and that's with the advantage because there's an 8 and a 6.
Yeah.
With an 8,
Mhm.
from what you recall, and these are memories that are still coming in, and you're trying to search through them like it's reading a book for the first time.
Mhm.
And as you go through, the only time you remember encountering any form of stone or hearing anything of power from a stone or anything related to stones and your father and Talon and what you remember of it was when you found the stone with the rest of the party in the necromancer's hands, or rather at the altar, which you then took to the necromancer's hands, and then Gamma took with him after leaving. It was later forged into the blade, as you guys know, and what happened afterwards, you're not sure.
Wait. I don't remember this information. The stone I took
Yes,
Yes.
is the stone that's
told you
in the
that.
blade.
Gamma
That
took the stone
Yeah.
and searched for the only craftsman in the entirety of the world of Celestria who knew how to bound relics into items
Right.
at that time,
Mhm.
which was at the legendary forge in Lava Crest. It was there that the blade was forged with this celestial stone that you had.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. What happened after you died with that blade and that stone, you do not know. Because you died.
Right. Now this is gonna be a random crazy question. The stone
Is this to
I
me or
remember
to
picking
Dorian?
up.
This is to me,
Oh,
the DM.
to you,
Okay.
DM. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. The stone I took.
Yeah.
Now that I've also seen Zell Stone, does something about that look similar? Like, is it like, can I connect the dots that there's maybe a connection in like those stones at all?
They don't appear the same at all.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't appear to be the same.
Okay, so above table, because otherwise we're going to be typing in a chat and it's going to take too long for everyone to
Yes,
reply.
please keep this above
What
table.
questions do we have remaining that we really want to ask? I've just posted my one in the chat, which I'm happy to ask if you want me to.
I think just
But if we have other topics or other things that we want answers for, obviously my question relates to the original
You have
question.
asked 3.
Yeah, we've got 2 left.
So you got 2 remaining.
That's
I
why
think we
I don't want
should-
to waste mine. If
I think at this point, we should try to avoid questions about the main thing of Talon. The problem is, again, this guy doesn't know enough about Talon. He obviously doesn't. He doesn't have no information. We should try to avoid that and now focus on what we could get information on, which is Stonehaven. I think that's a great segue into, because now we need to figure out, okay, what's the next, like, where we're going next. And we know Stonehaven's been brought up to us.
If we can get one name, at least we
Yes.
have somewhere to
I
like
agree.
track, right? But
I
I
agree.
also am curious if do we try and get the name from Shroudhaven of who they're being delivered to? Because we could ask the question of where the wares are being delivered.
No. I don't think we should worry about Shroudhaven yet. Yeah. I can maybe talk to you why later.
Well then, if no one minds, I guess I'll ask mine now.
Yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Everyone happy? Okay, cool. I'm gonna reread my own thing just to make sure it's right.
Okay. This is really interesting because some I'm prepared for, because I was like, this is something I expected. You could go completely off the wall here, and I might give you information I wasn't planning to. So let's see what you do.
I remove my hand from my mouth. Okay. Give me the names of the higher-up individuals from the Coalition in Stonehaven that you have been having dealings with regarding the black steel, armor, arms, and gemstone shipments to Stonehaven. Bitch.
That helped.
Got him.
The names of the sender of shipments is my own. There's a pause.
I was going to say, that's not what I asked.
The belongings were sent to our contacts, those of Coalition. Their name, only that. Coalition. I never spoke to them directly. I was never meant to.
Whoa, hold the phone, brother. This motherfucker said not a name that you would recognize. So he implied that there was a name, and now he's saying there's no name? So he lied.
A voice that carried authority without banners. They spoke for Stonehaven's interests, not its crown.
Not a name that you would recognize was the exact line he said.
That is true.
It's
He
the
did say
first
that.
sentence he said.
Not a name you would recognize. That is true.
So
That
he
is what
does
said.
know a name. But he's
Can I have
my
it
question was
word
to
for word, exactly the question you asked?
give me the names of the higher up individuals from the Coalition in Stonehaven that you have been having dealings with regarding the black steel, armor, arms, and gemstone shipments to Stonehaven. My specific question is the names of the
names.
individuals. That's what I've asked for.
Names.
I specifically made it that, so he would have to give me a name. Because that's the question.
I never met them. I was never meant to. They call themselves the Coalition. They call themselves the Black Network. They call themselves Blue.
They call themselves Blue?
That's what he says.
Ashira's eyebrow raised at that, by the way. Mention of blue.
King Lavamantle puts his hand down. 1.
Does anyone else have a question?
Not really.
I'm gonna need to push you guys for one, or else the king will have to step in.
Tana, you
Anyone?
had questions originally, so do you have any left?
If you have a couple, roll a dice.
Fire. Just fire one off. Go for
Let's
it.
go.
If I'll go around the room. Zeb, do you have a question you want to ask?
Well, I would have a completely like random one out of because of this conversation we had. but only if no one really has a question. Like,
Okay, Lan, do you have a question you want to ask?
Yeah, same answer as Zeb.
Tim, do you have a question you want to ask?
I do not have.
Tanner, do you have a question you want to ask?
Not anymore. No, he doesn't know enough.
Jane, do you have a question you want to ask?
Nope.
Okay,
Zeb or Lan?
so it's between Zeb and Lan.
Zeb,
What-
go.
Rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins gets to answer the question.
Round of one.
No, I haven't thought about the wording yet. So
Me neither.
Zeb, by all means,
I
go.
will just do it off my head.
Because I was just gonna ask why.
Both roll initiative.
Okay.
Whoever gets the highest asks. Go.
Sure. I can't click my
Because then
token.
it's
Actually, that's-
whoever speaks
don't have
first
to.
out of the two
I-
characters.
Okay.
You don't have to. Yeah. So
Okay.
18.
Because otherwise it's
18.
never going to get settled.
Yeah.
And an
There you go.
8.
Elirr, you speak
Elirr.
first.
What's the purpose of experiments you've been conducting with Talon? Does it which led to your form?
You see that there's a frown, slightly, from the body. The purpose beyond the means of immortality was to be worthy of the dragons.
Fuck.
And with that, as he says that, his body begins to lower. The oomph that was there falters. His arms go limp as you just see his hand falls to the stone and leans off the side. The eyes glow one last time as the head looks up and drops back as the body now lies limp. All the molten scales go dim and cool, and the flames in the room, it's almost like an air comes off of him and releases the flames so they're no longer being pulled in his direction as they go back, and the room lights a little bit more. Lava Mantle looks to you. Dragons. I blew the coalition. I have no idea what he's talking about. I suppose. I hope those answers you might be able to comprehend more than me. I suppose it's time I laid him to rest. Ollivander! As he calls him in. Ollivander, you hear the guards outside shuffling. You hear an echo of Ollivander through the door. And then they open the door and you hear footsteps on the stones as Ollivander comes walking up the stones towards you. Yes. I see. I hope that this procedure was not too traumatizing for those of you. I'm not sure how much time you've spent around bodies. Most are not meant to reanimate, so I do apologize for that. Your Majesty, if you would like, I can perform the ceremonies for the rituals, the rites of, well, the solemn rites. I can read his last words, or if you prefer, we can do so together at a later time. At a later time. Right, you lot, if you'll come with me, please, as he goes to take you outside, and you all follow, and he closes the doors behind, leaving Ollivander with the body. As you can see, Ollivander's embalming it. It is a sealed chamber. There appears to be no way in or out other than the door that you were in. You see that as he comes out, one or two of the guards also steps in as well to this door, and he sort of steps away far enough to be outside of earshot from Ollivander, basically. As he says to you, well, should we discuss what you found in the vault?
Sure. Can Myrtle be there as well?
Aye, by all means. She's got her hands full at the moment. I see her there. As he sort of waves, just sort of goes like that to bring her over, and she sort of nods and comes over.
As she starts to walk over, Judge is gonna pull out the headpiece of himself that he took from the forge.
Yeah.
And as she approaches, he's gonna hand it off to her.
Aye. Judge, this is... You really were one of hers. After all this time, I thought that... This is proof. This is one of hers. It has to be.
I figured you'd want a gift.
Thank you. That's awfully kind. I'll cherish it always. Always, Judge. As she looks up towards the heavens in this moment. What do you guys do? So, what did you find in there? Anything of note? Or what was it like?
The forge itself was incredibly dangerous. There was quite a few traps. We managed to overcome most of the puzzles that was in there. It was fun at points, I guess. But yes, we found a lot of stuff. We've left quite a bit back in there. We couldn't carry it, as you can imagine. So have your fill. But we did take a few bits, some of which we think you might wish to keep. We have what was that thing called? The heart. Heart of the
Heart of Ignis.
Heart of Ignitia. Yes. Look, if someone could pass him it.
I know of it.
We feel like this is probably lava crests.
Oh my, that's said to have been... As he goes to reach for it. It's said that many, many years ago, centuries past, this was given to us as an appreciation for our help by none other than a phoenix who lived here in Lava Crest. It's said this can reignite the volcano itself.
Yes, and forges, I believe. It can reignite any forge. So you know what that means, eh? There might be a forge in there.
Right.
Aren't they talking about Dantes then?
Dante Silvanco, the original Keeper of Balance, aye.
Wasn't he phoenix shaped or something? We found some books, some history books.
Silvanco was said to have had the blessing of the phoenix. It's said that he was one of the first, as he looks to you, Mirabelle, Genasi, to have been granted arcane magic, whether it be by the gods themselves, or perhaps the magical deities, such as the magical beasts. The phoenix was said to have laid its eggs and plumes in Elementalis or Elementis, which is the birthplace of, civilization, said to be the original locations of all of the Genasi, which gave birth to all of the world and all of its peoples. Suppose That's the rumor, at least. Don't know if I'd ever believe if I was part Genasi. Certainly don't feel like it. Could use a little bit of explaining. However, that's what was rumored. And this is a real relic, so thank you for bringing it to me and giving it to me. I appreciate it, as he puts it to his side. I promised you could have a bag. I promised you could have a full bag, but I don't know if that's enough for everything you've done for our city. You mentioned a challenge.
Oh,
Well,
many challenges.
I know
Yeah,
not
Every
what's in
room
there.
was a challenge.
Yes. To be fair, dealing with Judge most days is a challenge in itself, but I wasn't counting that one.
You know, every challenge comes with knowledge, and I think the vault is more about knowledge than just the treasure.
Knowledge.
Like there was a shrine to the god of knowledge itself, so
Thistledown.
keep that in mind, maybe.
Oh, and if you do go in there, make sure to look at the walls. There are murals that explain everything.
I suppose I would have to do that, yeah. I think... So there's nothing else you found in the vault at all?
Oh, well, yes, but I don't think, they are like family heirlooms, per se. We found a pretty cool sword that we're planning on using to thwart our enemies. What else did we find? Some
all
gemstones? Bit of gold? Platinum?
Gemstones, some art.
Oh, wait, you might like this one. I pull out the painting of Lava Mantle holding a book.
Oh my, that's... Do you mind? Oh.
Well,
He
by all
holds
means,
it,
it's
holds it
yours.
up. This is priceless to me.
Oh, 500 gold to us.
I'll give you 1,000 for it, of me own coin, that is.
Okay.
Here. He waves over one of the guards who is nearby. If you don't mind.
I didn't even mean that.
From the,
Thank you.
that's...
Like, my hands are out ready.
Take this and put it in the throne room, if you won't mind. As he takes it and takes it towards the throne room. That's ancient history. I wanted to know, one of the questions we asked when I was being tortured and when I learned that Talon searched for records of a mold, of a blade. Did you see anything of that in there, or no?
Mold of a blade?
Not
Well,
in particular, no.
Would we recall anything of that? Like, I personally don't think so.
You guys saw nothing of the sort.
We saw the
We
room.
did see something of the sword, though. We saw the in the thing,
the mural.
the roof.
The mural.
Yeah.
You saw a mural. You did see a mural. You didn't see the actual
saw-
mold of anything, though.
No, I don't believe there was a mold. There was the what was it? Obsidian gold. That
Mhm.
room had
Yes.
like remnants of what could be.
Hildegard's Forge. Yes.
Yeah.
There was a mural of a blade being forged on the anvil and the forge there. However, the mold itself was not there. They were
You
not
know-
here for gold. They were here for knowledge. So what you're saying, Elirr, about there being the god of knowledge there, Thistledown.
Well, it was written on when you each room holds knowledge, so to speak. If you go in, just have an open mind, an open eye. And you're asked if we took anything else. And you're saying it's knowledge, and I would love if you would let me inspect it. And he pulls out the blood-stained tome.
Yep.
This seems to be something of a keepsake of one of the keepers of balance. Thoric lava mantle.
My grandfather.
But it seems to be broken. I would love if you would allow me to research. But yeah, I give it to him.
This isn't... I don't know anything about this. You mentioned when we were in the tavern at the Firebrand, I think it was. Your last name... You mentioned a Jinglethorn.
Yeah.
Do you mean
It's,
Fibrak?
It's my master.
The gnome?
And, yes, sir.
As much as I would like to keep this on me, I can't help but feel maybe you should take it to him. It's a book of the Keepers of Balance, and I don't know anything about it. I've got my own city to plan and worry about. I can't make out what it says. And I don't like the idea that this blood could be his. He closes it back up.
It.
Oh, that was mine. Don't worry. I may have gone down a little bit.
I think
Right.
I think as Lava Mental gets like emotional over that, I think Judge is like avoiding eye contact with him like the plague. Like he's
Yes.
he's just looking off.
Oh yes, by the way.
Right. Well, there was rumours of great treasures and gems and whatnot being kept there. If you're honest about it, did you take any?
Oh yes. We took gems. Look at dragon sculpture. This one's pretty cool, right? 370 gold, by the way. And then I put it back in the bag. I got some money, and I just pull out a load of coins out of the bag and then trickle them back in.
I'll pull out the blade, like the flame sword that's been sitting on, like on my back the whole time.
That looks like
Oh, that does fit in the bag, but he just wanted to hold it for a while.
No, I promised you entry to the Vault of the Forge. If it weren't for you, Lava Crest would have fallen. I wouldn't be here today. And God knows what they would have taken from the Forge itself. So, on my authority, the contents of that bag are yours to keep. I trust that in time, you'll come to find me as an ally, should you ever need my aid or that of the city. You are heroes of Lava Crest. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to see to Myrtle that we strengthen the Ironsworn Guard and we investigate the rest of the city. My advice to you all, should you choose to do so, keep me posted on what the Coalition are up to, especially in Stonehaven.
Speaking of posted, do you know of paired scrolls?
I don't know what that is. Paired
It's a
scrolls.
magical item, and you get one, I get one, and we could write short message every day.
Every day? I mean, I'd be open to the idea of keeping in contact, for sure. How do we get these paired scrolls, do you know?
Well, if you have magical enchanters, scribes of sorts, some of the shops in the city, maybe.
Oh, for
I'm
sure, there
sure they
will
would
be
have.
some. Myrtle will know where to get some. You know what? If you're willing to do so, and you're wanting me to be the other person, I won't write to you every day. I promise. However, I would like to be kept informed. Perhaps you could ask me questions and vice versa. I'll let you buy it on my coin. All right. I'll arrange with Myrtle to do so. Perfect. Well, if there's nothing else, Myrtle has
One more
booked you
thing,
all
King.
the room at the Firebrand if you want it. Sorry, Ashira.
Yes, well, I'm sure that we all do some rest, but I think we also need to speak between us what our next steps are going to be. And, well, as you have suggested to us that you would like us to go to Stonehaven on behalf of, figuring out what is happening and speaking to the Stone Council, we are traveling on foot very slowly. And as you said, some people have already left last night. Perhaps you have some way for us to get there, maybe a little bit quicker and a little bit safer.
The safest route would probably, whether you trust him or not, and
I agree. An airship.
You've heard of the airships then?
You have one, right? I've seen it.
I'd heard of airships from Aethria, but I've not seen one myself.
Damn it. I tried.
Hi.
I
Pretty sure.
would recommend traveling with Ollivander. We're sending a delegation to Stonehaven. He will be part of that with the Iron Sworn that we're sending. It'll be on my guard. It's a marked cart, which means that we will avoid many potential scuffles on the road from the likes of, well, bandits and thugs. They've had a few quarrels in the past, and the Iron Sworn are pretty handy when they need be. They'll get you to Stonehaven in the fastest of times, beyond teleportation, that is. I need to check what the state of the teleporter is here. We do have a gate. However, Dan Veer was the one who operated it. I can't, on good authority, try to work something I don't quite understand. So, if you're open to it, the carts is what I'd recommend. It's probably a couple weeks travel, but they take shifts, so you don't have to get off.
What do you mean that you don't understand?
He doesn't know magic very well. He's not a magic practitioner.
I also might have a way around this.
Do say.
Well, Diego.
Well, if we get Danvir to the circle, I cast a bit of magic and force him to do it.
Her? You force her to do that?
Her. Well, there's a little spell called Suggestion, and I would suggest that they cooperate for the next 8 hours, and therefore, they would have to do as we say.
I suppose that could work. I hadn't thought of it.
It would shave off weeks of travel. It could be worth it.
Aye, alright.
Well, I'm not just all hair. I got brains too.
Considering you've just spent time inside the vault at the forge facing many challenges, so you said, would you like to travel tomorrow?
Oh, I cannot do it today. Yes.
Tomorrow, please.
Right. It's I will tell you now, it's probably about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright, so I can have it arranged that Danvir arrives here today. We'll have her be here in the morning for all of you. Alright, let's go with that and see what happens.
By the way, a short thing about... You mentioned security and scaffolds on the road. You might want to check in with your boarders. When we came in, there was a lot of death and destruction caused by Talon. Just so people don't think we were involved or anyone else.
Aye. The likes of the dwarves of Forgeheart Citadel,
Yes,
the likes of Little Rock and Brimstone Council. I can definitely reach out to the different parties. I will need to do so upon my ascension to the throne. I know that we are aware here in the chambers, word hasn't quite been spread to avoid any unfortunate uprisings, as I'm sure you can understand. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, I will see you all tomorrow morning. Please make use of Myrtle's shops, and I'll speak to you then. Until then, may Hildegard look upon you all. As he nods.
Wait, all of the time?
And Isidore.
Well, shine upon you. It's a saying more than anything.
Oh, okay, because
May gods be with
all
you.
the time anyway. Okay, thank you.
May the gods be with you. And with that, he steps to turn around and walk up the stairs to the throne room, where he then the door opens for him by the guards. He steps in and walks to his chambers. You see that Ollivander comes out of the room with his hands sort of being dusted off, and he sort of nods to you all to then step towards the king as well, and walks through the door. You now have the rest of the day. However, I'm going to rule that you spend the rest of this period doing all the shopping, which we arranged off camera in the midweek. And before we discuss what you guys came across and what was purchased, I think it's a perfect time for us to take a 5-minute break. So we will be right back. And we're back. We've all got some drinks and refreshments, had a bit of discussion, but we're back and ready to go. So, as I mentioned earlier, between the episodes, I asked all of you to tell me what you would like to do in the city and where you'd like to go. So, for the sake of brevity, to save the viewers and everyone else time, I had it that you guys went to all of the magic shops that Myrtle would have told you where to go. She would have shown you who to ask. Ashira, we'll start with you. Ashira went to a magic store, had a peruse around, saw that there was a couple of items, and ended up going to the black market, where you found and came across something called the Needle of Eldritch Claw, which provides you with a tattoo of Eldritch Claw, which is a magical item that you are attuned to. She also purchased 2 bags of Dust of Disappearance, or two vials of Dust of Disappearance, as well as none other than the Cloak of Billowing, which you also have. So you've got those items. In addition to that, yourself and Mirabelle visited the blacksmith, where you had gemstones affixed to your Helm of Brilliance, which Elirr picked up on the road, and you've been wearing ever since. Whilst there, Mirabelle had the Ember Stone, which helps her with her fire casting spells, affixed into a gemstone ring, which allows you to wear it and attune to it. I will say that during the evening, you guys attune to these items. So everything that is purchased, you guys will attune to. So Mirabelle visited the blacksmith with you, getting the golden ring that would have that Ember Stone affixed to it. In addition, we also had Mirabelle, you visited the magic shop and purchased a Bloodwell Vial +2 item, which is a very nice one for you to have. Whilst there, Judge joined you and purchased the Ring of Protection, giving him an additional +1 to his already beyond AC that he has. Whilst there, I would say you guys noticed that Sylas picked up the Moonsicle +1 alongside 2 potions of speed. And whilst we're talking about potions, Elirr spent a hefty amount of coin collecting 2 mind crystals, some alchemy supplies, and 2 new potion recipes, which were sold to him in Lava Crest, alongside the Mantle of Resistance. I will say that because Elirr has purchased the potion recipes, he is also able to share that with other people who can make potions in the party. So that is a nice thing to have. You can show the others how to do that. And last but not least, we also had, I suppose Zell was in the stone, so he purchased nothing. not knowing of the newfound wealth that you guys came across in the vault. But we also had Diego, who perused the market stalls, spotting none other than one of the instruments of the Bards itself, the DOS lute. So he now has the DOS lute, a fancy new instrument for a fancy new Bard. But you guys collected all of these items. You spent the evening perusing the market stalls. You visited the Black Network, maybe picked up a few bits and pieces nearby, not going in speaking to Zilreath, the Black Network person who Zel, Elirr, and Sylas spoke to previously, but the wider Black Network area where you purchased other bits and pieces as well, including that tattoo of Eldritch Claw, giving you a 1d6, I believe, of force damage as well. So that's going to be very nice. As you guys spent most of your evening purchasing these items, attuning to them, yes, Elirr.
I don't know if I missed it or if you mentioned it. I also purchased the Scroll of Sending. Yeah?
You did purchase a Scroll of Sending, yes, correct. You do also have that Scroll of Sending. And the paired scrolls, which Myrtle would have told you where to get and given you the money to buy as well, so that you could give one to King Edrin Lava Mantle. But yes, as you guys have all of this, including Elirr having the Mantle of Resistance, which I think I mentioned, but just covering just in case. Once you guys bought all of these fancy new items, spending most of what you found in the vault, I will say, you also managed to get a lot of the gems affixed to the Helm of Brilliance. You guys spent most of the evening attuning to these items. Zelentrus and the stone, nothing seems to be happening with it. I will say that the toad, wherever he is, the Quasit that came out, has been pretty much fixated on being nearby this stone. So following Ashira, wherever Ashira goes.
I hope not, because it's somewhere private.
Well, he will be following you around because you have it. But as you guys have done all of this, you've spent the evening gathering these belongings. What do you do? Do you do anything else before you go to the Firebrand to spend the night? Is anyone else doing anything in Lava Crest? I will take silence as a no. Perfect.
I would like to do something in the inn.
In the inn? Perfect. You guys make your way to the Firebrand Inn. Where? I just need to do one thing. Where each of you beds down where you were previously. You arrive back in your room. What is it that you guys do? As the night is coming in, you're all getting ready. Is anybody doing anything?
So, guys, I think I should tell you this. I think it's okay, but I just wanted to let you know that during our fight, I may or may not have tried to talk to Glacia and tell her that, take my soul, it helps save my friends, but then Elirr killed the thing and it was fine. But nothing's happened, so hopefully she didn't hear me.
What? Sorry, so just to confirm, you said, take my soul to help my friends, and then she didn't help your friends?
Well, I said, you can mark me as you did my grandfather, because that is the agreement they had somehow. But, I said I don't want my friends to die here. I don't want to lose them. I want to save them. But then, nobody died. So I don't know.
So the arrangement was that you asked for her to aid us at that moment, and therefore she would take your soul.
Well, if that is the wording that, mark me, it means, then sure.
But I mean, what if...
What did you say?
Some divine power got into Elir's stuff because of it, and he was able to cast the final blow.
Maybe, I don't know. So? It wouldn't be divine, it would be hellish, fiendish power. But I told her that she could mark me because my grandfather is marked, and I know that she wants to mark me next. So that would be the words I used.
I would also like to just say, Zell isn't here right now, which means maybe she didn't uphold her end of the bargain, eh?
I don't know if she has any say in the stone, or if maybe she is also in the stone.
Another one to add, I guess. It's like a party in there.
I just wanted you guys to know, if I act really off, like if I'm being really weird and not myself, maybe like tie me down or something. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Can I ask, has Ashira been attuning to the needle? Have you been letting it tattoo you in this period?
I don't know how long it takes, but I believe you place it on your skin and it
begins to do its work. I'm wondering if it's doing it.
I think, yeah, just sort of...
Okay.
You tell me, is it doing it?
Yeah, no, if I'm asking if you're attuning to it this evening, and the way it would do so is you'd have to basically just let it be on your skin, and it would, almost like a magical needle, basically go around you, leaving the mark on you. You would all see this sort of... I mean, you can describe it how you like. You can flavor it however you want. It is yours to do so. However, it is doing its work and marking you at the moment with this ink.
So, and this is just a little bit of meta knowledge. Should you decide to look up what this tattoo actually does, I'm going to flavor the way it works a little bit differently because I don't like the whole tentacle stuff. Not my vibe. So instead of it, what I imagine might be tendril tattoos. I find it very hard to describe because it's going to be psychic, and like I don't know what psychic looks like.
If you let the needle go,
it
will just mark you.
It would probably... Well, can I not tell you what
you can tell me how it looks.
Would look
yeah,
like?
Go for it.
Yeah. So I think for Ashira, it would go with her vibe. So maybe some crystal ball and tarot cards around it.
Very nice.
To go with her vibe.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. So yeah, you have basically this mark, but it would do one side and then go around to the other side and do the same. So it's equal on both sides. That way, it would affect both arms as well, depending on which weapon you would use. But as you're doing this, is anyone else doing anything? How are you guys attuning to these items? Is anybody doing anything in particular with them? You've got these brand new items. I figured I'd ask, as you've spent most of the evening collecting them, how are you attuning to them?
I'm attuning my loot.
I regret asking.
Yeah, I have a drum, so I just...
I'm just gonna like study my scrolls and my papers and all the things I collected.
Perfect.
And well, kind of wrapping the mantle around, feeling the nice, the nice clothing. I do like nice clothing, looking all sleek. And yeah, just trying to, see the ins and out of it. And yeah, then settling in with my lovely little book and stroking it.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone else, what are you doing?
Sylas is studying his new sickle. A tiny bit in like it's also like having shapes of the moon, so he probably like tries to carve in some star-shaped figures to match his aesthetics.
Very nice. Yeah. Perfect. Judge?
Yeah, I've been attuning to the ring, and I'm kind of waiting for everyone to bed down and sleep, but I have the sending stone out, and it's just kind of sitting in my hand.
Okay.
I have it gripped.
Perfect. Yep, we'll come back to you in a moment. Is anyone else doing anything?
I'm attuning to my Bloodwell file, but it needs me to use my own blood. So I've probably been, I don't know, using my dagger to slice my hand open for a little bit to put it in the vial. Hoping nobody sees it, because it's like not really, it's what she would call it a foul magic herself. She thinks she needs it, but at the same time she's kind of disgusted by herself. So yeah, mixed feelings there, but I think
you're bleeding gently into this vial.
Yes, yes.
Great. Yeah. Perfect. And when you do so, as you do so, you begin to feel, Mirabelle, you begin to feel that the fireplace in the room as you're sort of gently bleeding into this, or I guess the drops of blood are going into this vial, you begin to feel that the fireplace in this room is almost breathing. The rest of you can't feel this. It's only Mirabelle who sort of feels this warmth, almost like a heartbeat at the fireplace.
I'll take a look, I guess. I mean, I assume the bleeding won't take that long.
Yeah. As you take a look, it looks like the fire. The only way to describe it is like it's basically going quiet and then reigniting and then quiet and reigniting, almost like it's a heartbeat.
I suppose I'll sit down on like the bed that's like the empty bed that's closest to it and just start staring into it again.
Perfect. Yep, we'll come back to you in a moment. The rest of you, is anyone else doing anything in this moment, or do you all bed down for the evening?
Well,
I sleep.
Diego sleeps. Elirr?
I would open up the book since I was stroking it.
Okay, yeah, you open up the book, and as you do so, it's calm, and the pages are empty.
And I guess I'd take out my quill and write in it. So we got questions. You there?
As you write this, always here. Full stop. Questions? Question mark?
Are you Aldrich?
There's just a ellipses, dot. Not anymore.
So you once were.
In a way.
Or part of you. Anyhow, so your their balance is, let's say, disturbed.
Okay. Dot.
So we been trying to stop a group called Talon. If you might know her name.
Like the bird? Question mark?
Well, it's a group by, I think, involving one of past members of Balance. Keepers of Balance.
Dot. That's all you see.
Well, so yeah, question was for me, do you know of stone that was with Lavermantor?
Dot. The Starlight Stone? Question mark.
If that's what you called it. We just know was with Thoric.
One of them was. Each of the keepers is said to have one. Why? Question mark.
There is bad people called Talon searching for them to destroy the balance.
You see, on the page, written word for word, it says 7 locks, 7 lies. And that's it.
I think I heard this before. And he just writes it in there.
Mm-hmm.
I write it, whatever. What? Why riddles?
Dot, dot, dot.
Fuck you. Do you know where other keepers might be?
It just says dispersed, and you see that the word dispersed, it's almost like it was printed and it just sort of spreads across the page, almost like the word itself disperses across the page.
Can you tell me anything of Stonehaven?
The city? Question mark?
Yes.
What of it?
Is there any relation to the keepers or dangers?
Dot, dot, dot. Unsure.
Well, thank you for now. Keep well.
As you hold it and you've been writing, you notice that it's warm to the touch today. Not because of where you are, not because you're in the volcano, but because you're holding it and something about the way it's talking to you is warm. You notice that as you go to close it, the pages make almost like a fluttering sound, like the page turning themselves, almost like wings flapping nearby, like it's like a bird in the distance as it closes.
As I hear that, I would open it, smacking it open, essentially, and just scribbling with a strong hand. What do you know of the winter?
It just puts Thalassor, question mark? The god of storms.
Well,
full stop.
Him. Book doesn't like name. And Arakokras, who are lost.
It simply writes. Hold on. I have to get this right. Sorry, bear with me. It simply writes. Tales of old.
Tales of old.
Tales of old. That's all it says.
I hate this book.
And what you notice is that the words appear to be getting fainter, almost like it's running out of ink.
Yeah. Sure. Save your strength. And I close it.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you close it and it seals back up. You tighten the bound, and as you do so, it growls and hums a little bit as you put it down. But yeah, and that's what happens with you this evening. Judge.
Before everybody starts bedding down, I would like to point out two things. One, on Emberforge's body, I grabbed a stone off of him, a sending stone. I was going to tell everybody at some stage, I don't know what we want to do with that. I have a personal message I'd like to send through it, but I'll leave that up to you guys. The second thing is, now having somewhat regained memories, I believe I might understand what Talon may be after. If it's going off the plan that's been set in motion many years ago, I feel like I may have an idea. I don't want to put concrete ideas here. It's not concrete, as I don't know everything that was said, but I do have an idea of why they may be after the stones.
And?
Well, my father was looking into well, he was a researcher. I mean, my family was wealthy when I was a kid. We were one of the more wealthier families in the area. That was never enough for him, however. My dad always wanted to be something more, and, you know, he did a lot of research into things. I don't know what that research was. I never looked into it too much. But knowing, and now having a connection here of something they've set in plan many years ago, I believe he might have been researching the stones from the get-go. And I think I may have brought him one at some stage. I do remember leaving to go look for an artifact, and I do remember bringing him something. I don't know what it was, I don't know what it could do. All I know was I brought him something, and it seemed to have changed him for the worse.
Okay. But what is their plan?
As you guys are talking, Judge, the stone that you set down begins to speak.
The fuck?
As you hear through the stone, you hear.
Yeah.
Dorian, word has spread the vault has opened. We must act quickly to ensure that the routes remain open. Has the blade been found? Report.
And did it sound like a woman? Or a man?
Man.
Is it a voice I recognize?
Well, it talked to me, right? Would you guys hear it?
Well, yeah, but you said the stone
It's audible.
spoke.
It's audible, so everybody can hear it.
Yeah.
As you put it out in the open. Let's have a history check from you, Diego, or anybody who wants to do so to see if you recognize the voice.
I doubt I know shit, but
16 from Sylas, 17 from Judge. It would be history.
I don't think I can.
9 from
We've
Ashira.
taken a short rest.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, we've taken a short rest?
Yeah,
Okay, I will give
it.
myself and I will give Elirr the heroic inspiration.
Okay.
During the short rest.
Sure.
Thanks.
Can I
Thanks.
roll though?
Yeah.
You just have a
Since I was
reroll.
busy with the book. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna allow it.
20.
A 24
You
and
said
a
I have a heroic inspiration.
That's a nat 20
right?
for me. Nat 20 for me.
22.
You said heroic inspiration is re-rolling, right?
You get the 1 free reroll. If you wish to take it.
I will tell you with
how long
this,
does
it
it
will be dependent on if you have met or know the voice. That is an element to this, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
However,
probably don't anyway, so it's fine.
with a 24 Elirr, you don't recognize it. With a 9 Ashira, you don't recognize it. Judge is 17, you don't recognize it. Sylas is 16, you don't recognize it. And Diego, with a 22, you also do
nat
not
20.
recognize the voice.
You man.
However, I will say that with a 22 and a 24, Diego, you pick up that this is clearly an accent from Stonehaven. And it appears to sound Elven. I will say Elirr, he sounds...
I do not recognize the accent.
You don't recognize the accent because you haven't been to Stonehaven. However, he sounds to be of almost like, he reminds you, with a 24, he reminds you of some of the professors of the Aetherial Spire, though you can't
That's why I
place
asked.
which one.
Okay.
It's sort of like a very educated voice.
Older? Younger? Middle-aged?
Elven. You can't tell how old he would be.
Okay.
But like, he's not like a
He doesn't
super
sound like
old
a
man,
child
right?
or an old person.
Yeah.
He sounds like he's an adult elven male. And
Okay,
what,
come clean again. Sorry, just I
So,
don't want to drag it out.
what you guys would
Um,
get all together: Stonehaven accent, Elven sounding Stonehaven accent, who sounds educated, similarly to those of the Aetherial Spire's professors. So educated like professor, and he appears to be of an adult male demographic. And that is everything you got from that brief moment. He said that to you. Dorian, word has spread, the vault has opened. We must act quickly to ensure that the route remains open, or routes remain open. Has the blade been found? Report. What do you guys do as it's now the glow that it had in that moment has gone away?
Do you guys want me to do anything with this?
Wow, okay. Interesting. Do we want to feign that he's been compromised and we're one of his people? Or do I pretend to be him and say that I have the blade? Where can I meet? I could try to be him. I've just heard him speak, literally in the room, like hours ago.
You could say that you have the blade and you'll meet him in Stonehaven in X amount of time.
I have the blade. I will teleport in the morning. Tomorrow.
Well, maybe.
Well, maybe don't mention the teleportation, as
Okay,
they might
I'm
know where
leaving-
the circle is.
My concern is if they try to scry on him, he's dead, so they won't see anything, right? That's how scrying works?
Oh,
So do I say that I have some way of blocking someone watching me so that they know that if they try to scry, it won't work?
Maybe you say,
Maybe-
I am being watched carefully, but I have sent the blade
maybe
with
you
my
say
men to
you've been-
meet you.
Maybe you say you've been compromised. You need to go into hiding and meet them.
Wait, do I just tell them that I've given the blade to Costello?
Could be, but I like Ashira's idea. Like, it's a smart one. Like, he's compromised, and he has given the sword to others to make sure it will arrive on his behalf. Like a shipment.
Also, if you say Costello, it might end up on you getting scryed on it, which makes it harder for us if we want to, work out
But
an
we don't
ambush or
have the
something.
sword.
Exactly, but they might be expecting you to have it. Because they will ask the other
Exactly.
Costellos. Yeah, but then they know where we are coming from.
No, they don't.
If they can scry on him, they can scry on you. That's what I'm saying.
Nah, they can never scry on me. People have been trying for months.
This is what I mean. Look, it's up to you. If you're going to do the voice, then you can choose the words. I just
No,
think you
I
should choose them
wouldn't do
carefully.
that. Just tell me what to say, I'll say it. But I like a bit of spice, you know?
Well, we trust you. You are the lucky. You are
You
the
trust
guy
me?
that
Oh,
comes up with all the things.
what do you want me to say?
I think
Do
the
you,
idea
do
is
you
good
want me to say it?
Can anyone else do it with an accent?
I think he should do it. He's the entertainment, the acting, the everything. Just say, you have to go into hiding. You have to meet them first, and so you
I can help you if you like.
have been going out of the city, and
I would-
no one knows where you are.
If anyone can give me guidance or anything, I would much prefer that. So, just as a fail-safe, I don't have anything myself besides, I've got, I'm lucky. I got one. One in the
Do
bank.
you want to practice? Do you want to practice it first? Can
Sure,
you say
but,
it without...
I want the words in front of me so that I know what I'm saying. You know what
Ashira
I'm
will
like.
pull out some of her, just to assist this for once it happens, a scroll, some of her forgery stuff, just to write it down so she can literally hold it up like a telegram or something for him to read it off of.
Okay.
I can give
Okay.
you dancing lights
Let's-
if you want some drama.
Yes, when we go live, yes, I would like that.
Yeah. I don't think you say any name because we don't know who it is, right?
No.
So let's
What
not
if I
try
say-
saying...
What if I say, sword in hand, currently being observed. Sent my men to Stonehaven.
Would you want to say you sent a sword with the men?
Yes, sword in hand. Sword with trusted hands. I'm trying to narrow down words so we don't...
Maybe you should ask him to tell you tomorrow where to meet, because
Yes.
we don't want him to try and send a sending separate from this to Dorian right now.
Correct.
Right,
No,
so-
that is the plan.
Okay, yeah, so ask
Location,
him to
provide
confirm
location in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
Use stone. Other means could be
Compromise.
listened to. Yes.
Okay. Yeah? You did that? I wrote
So-
it down.
Wait, no, I don't know. So what am I saying? I'm saying sword with trusted hands. Yes?
Sending my men to
Sending
Stonehaven?
them to Stonehaven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 words. Provide location for drop off in the morning via stone. Other means could be compromised. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23! Shall I have something on the end like baby? No? Okay, no, stop.
Don't say bitch at the end.
Oh, good one, I nearly did.
Or ice cream.
You know what? I'll add the in the beginning, so the sword with trusted hands, because that way when I instinctively say bitch at the end, it won't come through. Okay. Everyone happy?
That's my words for you.
Dancing light.
Judge, are you happy with this? You found the stone. I just want to make sure.
Group decision.
Are
And
you
I
happy
toss the
with
stone.
this?
I toss a stone to Diego.
Okay. Are you happy with this? Usually when there is a question, there is an answer.
Who you asking it to?
You, I've said your name 3 times.
It's not. I mean, it's the group stone. It talked. We just should answer. You guys
Not
do
what-
what you want to do with it.
Not what...
Just say it.
Are you happy with
Just
us
go
going
with
ahead
it.
this?
Go say it. Say your piece.
First of all, do I sound like him? And then I will attempt to do Emberforge's accent. Dorian Emberforge's accent.
Okay. I'm going to ask you...
Performance?
So, if you're attempting to do it, it'll be your performance, but it'll also be as good as you can do it for the speech. I won't let you do a reroll. So you
Have one heroic inspiration.
That's good.
So I will use that if I need to.
You might need to use it. So,
I
let's
know, I
have
get a plus 8.
performance check from you,
I get
please.
plus 8. So hopefully... Oh, nat 20. Nat
Wow.
20. Nat 20. Ow, wow, let's
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
28.
Yeah,
With the
that's... I can't get any better than that. Oh, and guidance. Wait, what's the guidance?
29.
29.
Wait, that's actually insane.
Okay, I need to focus on the words you say very carefully.
Okay, so in his accent, I'm not going to do his accent because I physically can't right now.
How would he hear it?
Wait, what?
How would he know what you're saying if you're not going to do his accent?
I can't.
It won't be-
I have a very sore throat.
It won't be obvious.
Still.
Okay, I'll
go
let you off.
on.
I'll let you
I'm
off this one time.
I'm gonna drive to your house. I know where you live.
Yeah, okay. I'll let you off. I'll let you off because you're not
Okay.
feeling well. Fine.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone.
I will just do a generic dwarven accent then. Here we go.
Cool.
So, the sword with trusted hands, sending them to Stonehaven. Provide location for drop-off in the morning via stone. Other means could be compromised. And I will send you exactly what I've just said.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. You say that into the stone with a 28. 29 even. You sound very much like you would expect Emberforge to sound. You believe that they would believe this sounds identical to Emberforge. But there's no response. All right. As you guys are all sitting here, Gorgath the toad begins to snore. What are you guys doing? Anything else before you bed down for the evening? I know Mirabelle is currently staring at the fire. The rest of you.
I go back to sleep.
Perfect. Diego goes back to sleep. Judge?
Yeah, shut down.
You go into shutdown mode. Sylas.
Why is Sylas at our bed?
Silas will stare awkwardly at Diego. No. Running past Ashira's ankles, now going to bed.
Perfect. Okay. Elirr.
Yeah, I did my piece with the book. Otherwise, I would do potion, but no, it's fine.
Very nice. Very nice. Ashira?
I'm sleeping.
You're asleep. Okay. And Mirabelle, we come to you. You're staring at the fire. As you look into the flame, as all of this is happening, you've been focused on the breathing sort of flames that you see. And then you hear it talking to you. It's that same voice. The same echo you heard from the Titan of a man giant in the lava, what you saw bound to chains in that dream you had. You see he looks back at you. His eyes meet yours through the flame, and it's very faint. You can't make out his form, but you know it's his eyes. As he says, Goric Flameborn. That is the name I took when they cast me out. You must not seek vengeance, but you should seek the truth, even if it burns you. The flame twists, showing the face of someone you once trusted. Nanette. And you see Edrin, Prince. And then just before it goes and dies down, you see for the first time the face of a half-elven girl that you know to be Winzira. And she turns in the flame before it settles. And it's with that the flame just floats there. It just stays where it is. But in that moment, you saw the faces of those you recognized. And the name, Goric Flameborn. You notice that the others in the room begin to doze off as the palm of your hand pulses faintly. And then dissipates quietly, simmers in your palm, almost like a hot pan, glowing, and then fading, leaving just the mark, no longer glowing. And that's what
Does
happens.
like the fire in the fireplace also
Yes, it does.
go down?
Mm-hmm.
Can I try and light it back on fire?
You can, yeah. I'll say that you light
cast
it
a
back
spell
up.
and I light it back up.
It creates a normal looking fire. There's nothing particular happening.
Wow. And I go to bed and I'm like really annoyed.
Yeah. I can understand that.
Wow.
But perfect. You head to sleep as well. As you guys all head to sleep, you all manage to gain the benefits of a long rest. Your weary travel throughout the day comes to an end. You made it through the Vault of the Forge. You've got all of these new items which are now attuned to you individually. However, Ashira, in your sleep, you toss and turn. You close your eyes and you feel nothing but heat. Insanely hot, intense heat. And find yourself with your eyes open in a large room. The floor in here is red. There's flames of a furnace up ahead with the markings of what look to be golden skulls with horns around them. Outside the door to your left, you see nothing but hellfire. Large infernos twisting. You see what appear to be... I wouldn't say you know what they are, but large winged and horned beasts with red skin flying outside. Out of character, these are clearly cambions flying around outside. The door behind you is shut, sealed. It looks as though before you see a large figure, and you know as you look at her, this is Glacia. She is wearing a choker collar of black leather and steel, and a very short dress, which looks to be almost leather as well. She's got black and red horns and large wings that sprout out either side of her. White hair and blood red eyes. Although you know she's a demon, can I have a history check from you, please, before I say anything else?
Well, I can try, but this is not my forte. An 11.
With an 11, you would know Glacia is said to be one of the lords or princesses of the Hells. Somewhat related to Asmodeus. And as you stand here, she looks to you. You spoke to me, Ashira Argent.
Well, I'm not surprised that I ended up here tonight.
You offered your soul. But you are mine by oath of blood. Ashira, I do not take, I offer. You're a clever girl, Ashira. You could command them all. Bend truth. Twist love. Shatter trust. Or burn it all down. She looks to you. How can I help you, child? With a grin.
Well,
on her face.
At the time when I spoke to you, I thought maybe we would all die in that forge. As I'm sure you can always see what I see, to some extent. But, to my knowledge, my friends are safe now.
Come closer.
Why?
Because I said so. As she lifts her finger and pulls you. You float. You can't help but be pulled closer. And it's with that, as you feel yourself being pulled unwillingly towards her, that you feel a presence in front of you. Lock it.
Well, but do I see this or do I just feel it?
You see this. It's the same ancestor you saw. New token, because I redid the token. It's the same ancestor you saw making the pact. Glacia, dreams are my domain. That does not mean you can talk during her slumber. She may be yours by blood, but she is of mine.
Are you Callista?
She looks back at you. You see me for how I truly am. Callista Argent. It is true that Glacia owns our bloodline in part. I was the first to kneel, but now that I have ascended, she and I have different terms. As Glacia sort of smirks slightly. In a way.
You equals now?
Nobody is equal to me. I am the Princess of Hell. Remember that, goddess, as she looks to Callista. I suppose I haven't kept my side of the deal, as she pulls out her hand and you see that she holds above her an infernal contract. What looks to be a floating document with blood signed to it. I believe, as she takes it, yes, it quite clearly says that their blood is of mine now, Callista. Do you want to reread the fine print? I gave you power, did I not? As you see Callista begrudgingly looks to you. With that came an agreement, Glacia. With that, she is entitled to your mark. Without it, there is no deal. Not for her. You see that she closes her hand and the contract disappears. Should she want to accept it, I will mark her, but her blood will be mine once again. Without it, as we agreed, it would be dependent on her soul. Which way do you think you would go, Ashira? Up or down?
Ashira ignores
Glacia?
Glacia looks over to Callista. If you are if the domain of dreams. I don't know if it would work, but my friend is stuck in a stone. Do you think you could tap into his mind, tell me if he's okay?
Zelentrus. An interesting soul. I cannot reach him there. Not where he is now. He is not living, nor is he dead.
But that is not reassuring.
You see that Glacia steps forward to you. Her tall, black-heeled boots touch the carpet, and you see that it flames up behind her as she moves Callista to the side. Callista, shudders slightly as she moves. So, Ashira, would you like my mark? An offering? Similar
I don't even know
to
what your
theirs.
mark does.
Well,
You just tell me about this mark, but for what? All I know and all I've been told is not to take it.
your lineage burns beneath your skin. Not just a pact, but a promise. All you need to do is agree, and I will ignite it. Set it free. Its power. What use is flames left in the veins? Let it
Glacia,
breathe.
look. I don't mean to be rude, and, I've had a very long day. I've done a lot of puzzles today. I've had to decipher cryptic messages from a dead body. I'm over it. Just tell me what the fucking mark does, okay? Just don't be so cryptic. There's no need.
My infernal sigil marks you for life. With it, you will gain many powers. The ability to simply look and glare to frighten those nearby. The ability to learn things of others simply by glancing at them, their deepest secrets. And of course, what use would the hellfire be if I didn't provide you with a touch of me? Extra flames to bolster your prowess.
Is this a now or never thing?
I don't have all day. Callista looks at you. You can tell that Callista is almost like she's giving you the glance of you can do what you want, but you don't have to do this. What do you do?
I will not waste your time, as I do not know per this contract what I lose, other than just a little bit of my skin. The terms are not clear. If I need you, I am sure that you will always know how to find me. Should I change my mind?
Perhaps.
And Callista? Why are you sending a pink panther to spy on my friends? I know it was you now. I've learned this. It's all coming together.
The heart is fickle, my love. even I have a soft spot occasionally.
Oh, please, no. This will go to it. I'm not telling him that. It'll go to his head.
She looks at Glacia. I think we're done here. Couldn't agree more. As you feel your consciousness fade, you feel yourself slump to the carpet, and you watch as Glacia sits on her throne, or sits atop, back where she was, throwing what looks to be a ball of fire at Callista, who disappears in that instance as well. And as you do so, you return back. You awake. Your skin smells faintly of brimstone, but your eyes hold a flicker of that orange and red color as you can feel the heat in them. It's as though you were standing right in front of her yourself, and that's what you feel. Your legs hurt from standing there. You feel the tension of you being pulled across the room. And that's where you wake up in a sweat. Those around you are still asleep, but it is early enough in the morning that you begin to hear some people outside in the tavern beginning to at least take their seats, as it's very early morning.
I think Ashira would quietly leave the room and take a breath of fresh air, go for a walk around the town.
Okay.
And cool down a bit in this place, which probably won't work, but, you know.
Mm-hmm. You step out. What I would say is that you notice that Gorgath tries to follow you out, and maybe the door closes as you step out, and he just you can hear him thud against the door. But yeah, you walk around and you get some fresh air. You all gain the benefits of the long rest, including Ashira, who hasn't sold her soul to Glacia, which I kind of expected you to do, so that's interesting. We'll see what happens in the future. What is happening with Mirabelle, and what was that cryptic message from Goric Flameborn? I guess we'll have to wait and see. What's happening with Zell? What's happening in the stone? Who did you speak to on the sending stone? Stone with stone doesn't rhyme. I hope you all enjoyed today's episode. I hope you enjoyed hanging out and playing. You asked a lot of questions, you got a bit of information, and it sounds like you've got a plan of where you're headed next. What will happen in the next episode? We will have Zelentrus back. Let's see what he's been up to in the stone. Until then, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. And until next time, bye-bye now.